That concern me is the free health care with the medical outreach, which has been doing since 2000 also every year. So this year's one, we just commission it. It will go around all the 4 local governments. This is Center for Ilorin West. We have Ilorin East. We have tomorrow Ilorin South at Okaka. Next tomorrow Ilorin East at Okesuna. And finally in Asa at Alapa. The essence of that is to be able to afford my constituents to be tested for any kind of illness and to be treated. They will be given free drugs and free medical items. The last but not the least, we are adding into this year is the promotion and prevention of diabetes and prevention of good lifestyle. And we are partnering to do that with Roche International. Roche has supported us to be able to train health workers and they donated glucometers. But the glucometer cannot be used without a strip. So as Roche is donating glucometer, we are providing strips. That will last every patient at least 6 months. With 2 packets of or 2 bottles of strips. And as you have seen, they have enlightened people on diabetes. We have trained health workers on how to provide enlightenment and how to treat and manage diabetes. So I added lastly, seeing that most of the women, because I don't know the patient before, I saw that they are mostly old men and women, that I will continue to support them with free drugs for diabetes in many of their centers across my senatorial district. I will dedicate the seed money from my pocket because I saw they are old men and women. So the final thing I said, which I will summarize, is that I said I dress as a doctor today to be able to bring 4 points out. One is to show that being in politics, you must have a second address. The second address means you must have work to be doing. You must be properly be trained, or either working on your own, doing business that is legitimate, that is verifiable, not just doing middlemen and say I'm a forward and popularity and forwarding, I'm a contractor, but proper work, or you do handwork. So even if you want to be in party politics, just within the party hierarchy system, or you want to hold public office, have a job. I have a job, I'm a medical doctor, trained and practicing before I joined politics. And I've practiced. And I had an example to say in 2003, the political party I supported lost the election. I didn't just continue to be in politics. I left completely. I went back to my profession, which is health. So the fact I'm bringing this out as myself as an example, the fact that I lost primary does not mean I don't have a second. I have a second and third address. My second address, my first address is actually health, which I practiced for not less than 15 years before I took elective office. Of course, by 2003 and 2011 when I came back, I was doing health work and I went for further training. In addition to be a medical doctor, I had a master's in coaching and consulting for change from Oxford University and Paris. Hence, I'm a professional consultant on organization management and organizational change, which I've been practicing, which I do. So I can fall back to all this, and that is why I can stand for the truth. That's why I can stand to be able to say I want to deliver. That's why I'm able to do all I'm doing. That's why even despite the fact I lost primary, I'm not just relaxing and say, oh, work has finished, because the trust placed on me is to deliver the service. And you can see I've been doing many projects and I will continue to do it. And at the end of my tenure, I fall back to what I can do. It does not mean I cannot still continue politically. That's the first lesson, that have something doing, be properly trained. The second thing is that get proper education and experience before you want to hold higher political office, so that you can serve well. I'm a senator now. It's because I was a trained medical doctor, I was a trained organization consultant, and I've practiced and worked for years before I became a senator. That's why I can contribute in the Senate. I can perform effectively in every committee they put me, and because governance and government is complex. You are dealing with a lot of issues. You have to read, you have to analyze and respond appropriately. So you must prepare yourself. You don't just finish NYC or finish OND and say, I want to go to the Senate, or I want to do this, without experience, without knowledge, without capacity and competence. That's the second thing. The third one of the lessons which I want to bring up through my person after this is that people, constituents, electorate should not vote on the basis of money. They should vote on capacity, on competence, on knowledge, so that we can get good results, so that Nigeria can change so our community can change, so that we can deliver true dividends to the people. But they should stop politicians giving them money and say because they are giving money I will vote. And they can only do that with my last point, which is that they must have alternatives that are good. If they don't have alternatives, they have no option, they will vote for this thing. Because if it's governance or political office holder is baggage in, baggage out. If you put somebody that's incompetent and so on, the result you will get is different from if you put somebody that's competent and have capacity. So as such, the elites who are well educated should join politics and come out to join politics. I will tie it, the last one with the first one. As I said, I'm a trained doctor. I have my second and third address, but I join politics to serve. And that's why I can serve, and I'm serving, and I can go back to my profession, and I can still perform there. So in which case, if people don't present themselves, the electorate cannot select them. Thank you very much.